Well, folks, we're here with Kathy Reichow from Navarre's Automotive, and I got it before I'm even going to let her talk because she's got some great stuff for you. This is October Automotive
Car Care Month. It's coming up, October.
Well, this is October 1st. This is when the show airs, see? So we planned this perfect.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, every car that I've ever bought and every car I've ever had, Kathy and Dan have been able to take care of them for me. And I mean, I actually had a car that I finally had to throw in the river because it had, what, 390,000 miles, my Astro van? And it still looked good. It really did. But Kathy, you guys have gotten me into the position where I take care of my cars. And you got some great specials and some great things that are going to be happening here in October.
We do, Mike. We have some great specials. Dan always tries to come up with some creative ideas. So as you can see, all the bananas around our showroom, we have literally gone bananas.
Wow, this is impressive.
Right. We are offering 5 oil changes, full synthetic oil changes, for $99.95. And
really?
Really. What we're trying to do is just show people that nowadays full synthetic is the way to go on your car. Most vehicles, most new cars require that anyways.
Right.
So we want our old customers that have the older vehicles to also switch over to full synthetic. We're making it attractive for them, and it just makes sense to us.
Now, when people come in and get this done, because I know there's places out there, if you want synthetic oil in your car, I mean, you're going to spend $75 to $80 to have an oil change for just one.
On some vehicles you can if they require a specialty oil, but on the minimum side, $40 on the minimum, up to $50, $60 for full synthetic. And again, we're offering that.
That's incredible.
5 oil changes for
$5 oil changes for less than $100.
Exactly.
I like it. And you've got the right makes and the right types of oil. I mean, the great thing is your technicians will explain to people, what you need to do. You do it, and it'll go through a checklist, and everything will know exactly what we need for that car. And one of the things you were talking about is, people don't check their fluid levels.
Well, fluids are critical especially today with modern vehicles, and we're a member of the Car Care Council, and they've proven that out of 100 cars, 25% of those cars fail in the area of fluid levels, whether it be your washer fluid, your power steering fluid, transmission, brake fluid. You have multiple fluids in your vehicle, and 25% of those cars out of 100 fail. They either lose the fluid, they leak it, it's dirty, time to change it.
Well, it's crazy. We're trying to get everything in here. I want to just real quick show you all the different kinds of makes that you use, because you were telling me that, I mean, today's transmissions even.
Right.
Everything is different.
Each vehicle can require a specific fluid. Hence, we try to stock as the common ones. Now there's, many, many more, but the common ones, because you have different CVT transmissions, you have your manual transmissions still, you have the Hondas that require a special dual pump fluid. So, you have to make sure that you are installing the correct fluid in your vehicles. And as far as transmission goes, some vehicles, and we'll see this out back, they don't even come today with a dipstick. So the manufacturers really don't want people checking their own fluids and adding, the wrong fluid in their vehicle.
Well, we're going to go in the back because you're going to show us some tests that you guys are doing that helps, people know. Because 9 times out of 10, your car's driving beautiful. You aren't having any problems with it, but it's low. It's low, and that's what October is all about, and we're going to get dirty back there.
Okay.
Okay, Kathy, we're here with a beautiful, I think these are Toledo-made Jeep,
They are, yes.
Good job, good job. And I got to tell you, for one time I did not use Kathy to help me with my car. I put my own alternator on, and I was so proud of myself.
Good.
But you kind of got me through all the stuff.
Walked you through it a little bit.
I know. Kathy knows more about cars than I could ever know about cars. But tell us a little bit about some of the things with fluids here.
Well, we're talking about fluids. And one of the things that I think gets missed a lot and is critical these days, when your car has anti-lock brakes, it is important to test the brake fluid. Your brake fluid gets very hot, and then it also can capture moisture in the system.
Right.
And anytime there's more than 2% moisture in the system, they do recommend changing the brake fluid. So if you bring your car to us, one of the simple things we do is we have this little tester, shows that it's on, and we simply stick it inside the brake fluid, and as you can see, this fluid failed. It went up to red. Oops, I messed that one up, but there we go. So this is marginal, and red is stating it has more than 2% moisture
Water.
in the system. It'll
Wow.
actually attract water. So this fluid needs to be changed. So that'll be part of our recommendations on this car. One of the other things I was pointing out earlier, Mike, and I can't reach it, but you probably can, but that little cap way in the back.
Oh, right back here.
Yep, that's where your transmission fluid goes, but if you pull that cap off,
There's
no stick.
How do you find out?
Well, a couple different ways. Most of my technicians have their own dipsticks for specific vehicles. The Jeep, some of the Mercedes, some of the Chryslers don't come with dipsticks, so we have sticks here that we can check the fluid level. Also, through our scan tools, we can plug into the computer system. We can check the temperature of the fluid. We can check the level of the fluid, the condition of the fluid. So, again, manufacturers, it's getting to the point where it's difficult even, for someone to check their own fluid levels. Now, some of the fluid levels, are right out in the open. Like we have the coolant in the back corner. We can see that that's on the full mark. We can see the color of it, so it's looking good shape in the back there. Dipstick for the engine oil right in the middle.
Which is easy.
Yeah,
That's
easy.
nice.
Your power steering fluid should be right there under that little black cap. Again, these are simple things that you can check in your driveway, or if you bring your car here, every time it comes in for service, we check all these fluid levels for you.
I'm sure you have the ability to put it on a computer. If you have a light coming on,
yes.
Boom, you can find out exactly what's wrong with your car. And you've helped me a lot
Right.
with problems where, it wasn't major problems, but it could be at a later date, and you got to get them fixed.
Well, little problems can lead into big problems. The
Sure.
last thing you want to do is come into the shop on the back of a hook. I've said this for many years. We've said it for many years that maintenance is always less expensive than repairs. So if you maintain your car over the life of that vehicle, it's going to cost you less money than having to repair it.
And Kathy, one of these days, I'm going to get this from you. I love this, and you and your husband Dan have gotten a bunch of memorabilia for the car. It's just neat when you come over here, right on Navarre Avenue.
We've been in it a while, Mike, a few years.
Well, one of these days you'll give me a call, and maybe I just don't know where I'd put it. I don't know where I'd put it. So. 5 oil changes. And one thing we didn't talk about yet with the synthetics.
Right, full synthetic oil, and that does include the Dexos. A lot of GM cars require the Dexos oil, which is a specialty oil, and that is included in that special package. So it's a great deal, especially if you're, if you're looking to save a little money, you want qualified technicians under your hood. We do a courtesy check every time you come in. Make sure you're ready for the winter weather. Yeah,
and this is something too, and I'm going to have to make the appointment. Got to have all of the radiator fluid changed in my trucks. It's time. It's just time. Is that a once a year, once every 2 year thing, maybe?
We can test that fluid to check the condition of it, but typically it's 2 years, 24,000 miles, typically.
Well, that is just something. Navarre's Automotive, it's right out here on Navarre Avenue, right before Lollendorf, right after Walmart. Got to thank Walmart for getting us our little chips so we can make this work today.
Exactly.
They came through. But thank you for being a part of what we do, and hopefully, and also with our sporting events and everything. Navarre is really trying to help out the local people here, and we really appreciate that.
Of course. Thank you, Mike.
Tires play an important role in your vehicle's handling, comfort, and fuel efficiency. So when it comes to maintaining them, you need a name you can trust. At Navarre Automotive, our expert staff will help you find the perfect tires to keep your vehicle at peak performance. We have a huge selection of top brand tires for you to choose from. Having issues with your tires? We'll diagnose the problem and get you back on the road. Visit Navarre Automotive today for tires from a name you can trust.